Many people are asking me, what do you really think about Bitcoin? Well, stay tuned. Well, Bitcoin for me is the mother of all cryptocurrencies, and I love Bitcoin. Through Bitcoin I got into this business. Bitcoin for me is going to be more like a store of value in the future rather than an actual currency which you are going to use on a day-to-day basis for making payments. I believe people will be buying into Bitcoin, they will keeping the Bitcoin, they will store their value in Bitcoin and hope that the price will continue to rise as it has in general over the last 8 years. The whole concept of Bitcoin, of a limited currency, is great, especially one that is not issued by a government or a central bank. So over time it's a deflationary currency, not an inflationary, which we've seen around the world with all the fiat currencies over the last couple of decades. Bitcoin is something that everybody should be getting their hands into and start learning how to use, because I believe it's going to be a very important part of our future life. Not so good about Bitcoin is, on one side, the whole process of mining new Bitcoin. So of creating new Bitcoins, which over the last couple of years have formed two parties. One is the user, the other one is the mining companies, the mining farms, the people who've invested a lot of money in producing and in setting up these huge mining farms with miners using a lot of electricity. So I believe this is a concept that needs a different kind of solution, because it's, number one, using too much electricity, and on the other hand is favoring the people who can invest a lot of money into these machines. The initial idea of Satoshi Nakamoto was a different one, where everybody can be part of the community. 95% of all Bitcoins are produced by the big corporations, by the big mining farms, and that wasn't the original idea. So rather than being the Bitcoin, the currency for the people right now, it has taken a very different turn. Ducatus Coin is actually a better version of Bitcoin. We've seen that in the last couple of months, where the fees for small transactions were tens of dollars, and that's obviously not in the interest of the users. Block time in Bitcoin is 10 minutes. We took that at Ducatus and we reduced it to 1 minute. So our transaction time and our confirmation time is 10 times faster than Bitcoin. I've met Dustin about 4 years ago, when he purchased a villa from me in Bali, paying the purchase price 100% in Bitcoin. Now at that time I didn't know who Dustin was. I only found out later that he was one of the very early adopters of Bitcoin, and an email trail that goes back to early 2009 shows that he was in early contact with Satoshi Nakamoto, at that time, who invented the Bitcoin and the blockchain technologies. He's one of the few cryptographic experts in blockchain technology. And when we decided that we wanted to do our Ducatus Coin, I called him up and I asked him if he would be agreeing to be our consultant and help us to develop the technology and the blockchain for our Ducatus Coin. He luckily agreed, and I'm very happy to call him a friend. When I first got in touch with Dustin, it was through Skype. His tagline on his Skype is, it ain't easy to be green. He just loves the color green. It becomes very clear when you see him because he only wears green clothes. As I heard from his partners and friends, everything in his house in the US is green. Everything that he buys is green. So his whole life revolves around the color green. It is something that I felt is very, very special about him. Okay guys, that's it for today. Montags sind großartig, ihr seid großartig. Mondays are great, you are great. Stay healthy, all the best. Cheers. The exchanges are important for us if we are intending to trade with the cryptocurrencies. Now you have to imagine the crypto exchange to be something like a digital stock market. You can basically send your Bitcoins, your Ethereum coins,